Hey guys, Joe Price here. Wanted to do a little bit of an editorial on the basics of a guitar and just a few chords. So let's talk about picks. You've got finger picks, ones that you see banjo players use a lot. If you do a lot of strumming with your fingers, they slide down over top of your fingers. I don't have those because I don't like those. Then you've got, I don't know if you can see, this is a flimsy pick. These are the ones I like. They're probably about 25 cents each. And then you've got these real thick ones. You just have to figure out which one you like the best and what sounds the best after you learn the chords and how to pick and strum through your chords. I don't like these, but this was like $3 for that pick, so that's expensive. Like you can get a bunch of these, a handful, for probably $3 or $4. Now let's go to the guitar. This guitar here is a 6-string guitar, and the basics of the guitar is let you know the numbers for a guitar string starts from 6, 5, 4, can't see, 3, 2, 1. This up here, this is called the head. These are the keys. This is what you tune everything with. And these are the key pegs. That's where you take the strings through here, you string it in, tune it up where you need it. This portion here is called the neck. These little bars here, sometimes they're built into the neck and sometimes they're glued on. This one here is a fender. It's built into the neck. It's not glued on. Some guitars have little sections here for the frets. I don't know if you can see, circle here. Helps you keep where you're at when you're doing scale work or when you want to put a capo on. If you don't know what a capo is, I've got one of those because I use it quite a bit. This is a capo. I like the Kaiser kind. It goes right down. You pick whichever fret you want to go on depending on what key you're in when you're strumming or picking, or what song, vocal chords, everything. You just place it just slightly above that fret and it changes. Once you get the basics of the chords down, you can change any tune, any song you want. Now this part here, let's go back to the guitar. This part here is the body. The body has this circle in it, and that's where all the sound resonates and vibrates this through that hole. So all the sounds come from it. Now this guitar is acoustic, but it's also electric. Of course, I told you it was a Fender, and this does not have to have one of those auto tuners where you can tune your guitar. You have to usually put it out, or some phone apps have them. But mine, all I have to do is push this button, and it'll flash, and it's ready. So you just go up there and you hit one chord. And if it's not right, it'll stay red. So you come up here on the 6th string. If it was out, I would go to this first key and tune it until the light on this guitar turns green. And then you have to stop it and then go to the next one, tune it until it turns green. Now I've played my guitar quite a bit, picking it, trying to do songs where I'm a singer-songwriter for my own original things. And I use my capo a lot because my voice is not real deep. I'm more of a baritone, soprano type vocal cords. So I had to find the right fret to go with certain songs that I have. I had a mistake years ago when I first put a capo on. I don't want you guys doing the same thing. Is that when you go on here, especially after you've played a lot, thinking that you can change your chords, like if it's out, if this was out, don't keep this capo on and go up here and tune this guitar. It will mess your strings up. Then you'll be all over the place. You'll have to start all over, take the capo off, and do it all again. Eventually they will start going out if you try to tune this guitar with the capo on. Don't do that. So always, and a good rule of thumb is when you take the capo off, and you put it on, hold the strings down. You don't want to stretch those strings. You don't want to hit them, pop them, because you've got this part here that goes on the back side of the neck. If you don't open it up wide enough, it's not going to come off. It'll grab a string, it'll stretch it, whatever. So grab these strings, put it on, just like so. And always your capo, you always want the long part going across the frets, not the back part. This part here, I don't know if you can see it. Don't put that on the front. So we'll take that off. Continue down the guitar here. This down here is called the bridge. And these strings are going over top of a saddle where the strings go into these holes, and these are string picks. When you're ready to change your strings out, make sure that you loosen the top of these strings all the way out. Pull the string completely out of the keys. Let them hang and dangle. And take you some needle nose pliers and pull them gently. It'll pop out on its own. Okay? Just make sure that you don't put these, they have a little seat in these little pegs. It's like a little groove. That's where the head of the strings go down in there and they sit. And then you string one at a time. Don't try to do them all at once. Do it one at a time. Now, on the back of here, where mine's electric acoustic, sorry, you can see that's where it connects in. It also has a battery powering to it. That battery's sitting right there, and it powers this part here, which I've got the bass when it hooks up to an amp, the volume from this. You can control the volume on your guitar, whether it's too high or not high enough, and the treble. Now, this is a brand new guitar. My wife got it for me, and I have not hooked this up to the amp yet. I'm just waiting for that to happen. So these here are the straps. This is where the straps go. There's one in front and one in the back. Now, my guitar has a special spot grooved out right here where you can set it on your knee, just like that. And it'll balance itself out. Now you can't see it, but it's sitting on my knee right now. Now, there's a lot of guitars that do not have this. So you make sure that if you don't have one of these, that you get a string that will actually wrap around this top part here. Stay off of this string, just wrap it around here. So I'm not going to put it in between the keys. It doesn't matter where you do it, just as long as you can put your strap on there. Now, let's go to the keys. You know, you've got the G, you got a regular G, then you have a D. I don't know if you can see. C, A, which is on the second fret, and then E. You got F, which is a hard one to do. I've got short, fat fingers, so it's hard for me to get it right. And then there's this one, D minor or F minor. I think it might be F minor. Y'all can correct me. I'm not a teacher. Someone just asked me to do the video. Then you have off chords, which are open chords. You can do your E without the D, without the major. Take that finger off there, and you can do the A without it. You can also do a G with 2 fingers at the bottom. Make it sound. Every chord, if you can learn those basic chords, which would be G. Let's do the G. Let me show you. When you do a G chord, make sure that you stroke from the top, which is the bass chord. When you do C chord, you can do the top chord. Maybe you can't. If I had a long enough thumb, I could mute that top one. You do this one. Then D, the bottom 4 strings. A would be the 4 strings. And then the top strings for the E. Well, I hope this helped some of you beginners out there. I'm not really a beginner, but I've been on and off for 20 years. I've learned to pick and play the guitar by ear. I never had lessons. If you guys are wanting to play the guitar, playing by ear is really, really hard. Just figure out what chords are what. Go 1 string at a time if you have to. And start with the very first string. Just play around with it and learn to do this. Use these fingers. Do some exercises. Also, I wanted to let you know before I go, if you're going to play guitar, get your fingers tough. Get these calluses on there. If you don't really know how to get the calluses on it, it's easy. You play the guitar about 3 to 4 times a day for about 2 weeks straight. Sometimes 2 and 3 hours at a time if you can. And your fingers are going to start getting sore because they're going to get soft. And after a while, you're going to get calluses on these. I don't know if you can see my fingers. They're just now starting to get calluses back on them again, and they got these little tiny circles. It took about 3 weeks, pressing down, not real hard, just playing, and getting used to my fingers. And after you're done, in between times, if you're driving down the road or whatever, take your fingernail and push on the tips of them all the way across. Keep pushing in on them all the time, no matter what you're doing. And when you're washing your hands, you can wash your hands like regular to get all your bacteria and stuff off of it, but don't keep them in the water. Take them out and dry them immediately, okay? Because if you let them soak, if you're getting in the pool a lot, if you take a lot of showers, these right here are going to start getting soft again. Then you have to build them back up. Play, play, play. And that's all I can say. Have a good day. Hey guys, Joe Price here. Thanks for watching my video. Make sure you like and subscribe to this video, and look for my other videos on my YouTube channel as well. Y'all have a good day.
Like and subscribe.